All right, so we all heard that Kevin Lee was keeping his weight down, getting in a camp and preparing to cut weight, submitting his medicals and doing the whole 9 yards so that he can be ready just in case, something happens at UFC 229. But it comes out today. He comes out and he calls out Anthony Pettis. Kevin Lee does not want to be on hold. He does not want to be waiting around for a fight. He wants to actually have a fight. And he's calling out Anthony Pettis for it. Former champion Anthony Pettis. He wants to put that guy on his resume. And, I'm not mad at the call out. I'm really not mad at the call out. I think that Kevin Lee has a couple of more fights before, he's close to contendership, but it's so many people up there. Conor and Khabib are fighting now. Ferguson is still owed one. Right? Ferguson is still owed one, And also Kevin Lee lost that fight to Tony Ferguson, and then he also lost the fight against the scale to Edson Barbosa. So he kind of needs to get back on a track of winning and professionalism. He got the winning part right, but now the professionalism part needs to get right. We know he struggles. We know he struggles with the weight cut, and he, for some reason, is just doesn't want to move up to 170. He's the one who's out here calling for 165-pound weight class, yada, yada. And it's like, at this point, I think that he either needs to make the weight or move up. Those are truly his only options. I know he's a small guy. Apparently, he's a small guy. This is what he wants us to think of him. I'm a small guy. But then when he's down at 155, I'm a big guy. It's just getting weird. Look, this is what I think of Kevin Lee. He's a small guy, right? So maybe he needs to take down some of the muscle mass and just be that small guy. Because you're too small for 170, but you're too big for 155. Too big just means too much muscle. I know 155 is small, and right now he's at 180. 180 pounds. I'm not sure what struggles he goes through to keep it down, but 170, is that too hard to ask for? 170, 175, just to kind of stay around there, or 170 I think would be perfect, and then just cut the 15. Even get down lower than that. Only cut 12, stay closer to the weight class. The whole thing is just getting so silly. But anyways, I do like the call out though with Pettis. Pettis is in trouble with Kevin Lee, but Kevin Lee is also in trouble with Pettis. Pettis is great on the ground off his back, and Kevin Lee is just great on the ground everywhere, really. But could he get caught in a submission? I think so. I think anybody could get caught in one of Anthony Pettis' submissions. And actually, I wanted to do a what's next for Anthony Pettis after he won that fight against Michael Chiesa, because I did a whole video for that fight, and then I forgot, I don't know how, but during the chaos of the whole night and posting videos, I didn't even post the video. I was so upset about that, but I didn't even post a video after putting all the work into it. Didn't even post it. But anyways, I like this call out. Kevin Lee knows he needs to get another one under his belt. He's calling out Anthony Pettis, number 6. After that, he still needs to get another one under his belt. He needs to fight the loser of Conor Khabib. The loser of Conor Khabib. In my opinion, they need to fight. But I'm not mad at Kevin Lee going out here and doing the work that he needs to do to stay relevant. Trust me, this guy could fly under the radar very easily. We could all be forgetting about Kevin Lee, but he stays on the horn. This is what I wish a lot of fighters would do. You don't have to be out there talking massive shit. Just be out there. Just be out there doing your thug thizzle. Kevin Lee is out there eating scorpions. He's teaching children a jab. And he's calling out fighters. He's fighting. He's complaining about weight issues. He's just staying relevant, and I love it. I do hope that they book this fight for UFC 229. Apparently, the UFC has 2 more spots left on this card. And I wanted one of those spots to be Kevin Lee versus Anthony Pettis. Anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and tell a friend to tell a friend.